which I'm okay with. What's the music if, or the dialogue if I do that? We'll try to have me get the kill, just because I want to see it. Oh, I one-shot her.
Professor, why? Do you not see the cruelty of this?
Sorry, Flame.
Must protect Garrick Mock. I must protect everyone.
That sounds like she's mind-controlled. Oh!
We will lend the Empire strength.
Don't worry, we're allies now. I understand you must have many questions, but they'll have to wait until after the battle.
Yeah, why do I have the
Think
villains
this
here?
through.
I think I need to be in position first to try to one-turn her. Just curious. She literally does no damage, so she's of no real use here. We'll just leave her out of the way. Does some damage. Does a decent amount of damage. I'm assuming does no damage. My last potion on her. Wait, did I straight up kill Flame? Like, the other ones, they retreated. Is Flame dead?
I will prevail.
If I used Monster Breaker, she's not. I don't want to AoE my allies. So we Thoron here.
So you have sullied yourself by joining the rebels? I hope you came prepared to breathe your last.
Sword of Saros. It heals? Man, that's some bullshit.
No matter your reasons, I cannot permit you to go on living any longer.
The feeling is mutual. I must put a stop to your reign of tyranny.
I probably shouldn't be doing this because she's probably gonna transform.
The greatest of sins is to make an enemy of the goddess herself.
I have only made an enemy of the church, not of the faith.
We'll contribute.
We won't hold back.
Get out of the way! Oh no! Alright, so she'll one-shot anyone who's, like, even somewhat over-leveled. Or under-leveled. Alright. 90%,
How dare you
don't
betray
fail me.
You worthless piece of garbage. I will punish you myself.
We put down the bitch for now, until she becomes Dargan.
I will not allow Garrick Mach or my mother to fall.
Wait, that's it? I was expecting a second state, or a second phase.
You will not be forgiven.
Professor, look out!
The castle is crumbling! We must escape! Professor, take
So,
cover!
is her mom actually Sethis? Or Sothis? That's what I was thinking. I think Sothis is also my mother. We're not even at the time skip that I'm assuming is happening. Oh, is this the time skip?
In Imperial year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garrick Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. After a hard-fought battle, she was forced to retreat to Ferdiad, the capital of Fargus, where she must now plan her next move.
Oh, so we're
With a single attack,
also
the
leading an
Adrestian Empire
attack
officially
against
launched its offensive
the Blue
against
House.
the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun.
Oh, I'm fighting both of them. How fun. I'm sure this will not at all be heartbreaking.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal Moon. Beyond Escape.
Oh, this is the Crimson Flower path? Interesting. Someone told me this was the best path.
It is Imperial Year 1185. Half a decade has passed since Emperor Edelgard ascended the Imperial throne, yet the continent of Fodlan still remains lost in a tempest of turmoil and bloodshed. In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, King Dimitri has welcomed Archbishop Rhea and her knights, who were driven out of Garrick Mach to the kingdom capital. As they work to build a unified front, the war with the Empire rages on to the west. Meanwhile, Claude, leader of the Alliance, staves off Imperial intervention by strategically stirring up conflicts between Leicester lords in an effort to feign neutrality. As events unfold, Edelgard and her Black Eagle strike force begin to take action in an attempt to break the war's current state of deadlock.
Different opinions are on point with this game.
You. How long do you intend to sleep?
Hey, we get to talk to her again.
Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of
I'm
yours.
assuming all the endings are really, really good.
Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you.
I'm still sleepy. Yeah, I'm still sleepy.
You are a complete and utter fool. Have you not changed one bit? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake?
Did I just get Skyrim memed? Who are you?
I'm just a villager here. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garrick Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
What do you mean?
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Saros isn't there anymore. Though there have been some folks still living there.
Did I lose my memories again?
Well, you know. Regardless, the Imperial Army has taken over now.
5 years?
Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery
Hi, my
fell.
name is Villager.
Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think
Come
about
meet
things
my
like
family, child and daughter.
that? Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all,
I like how down to earth this
I doubt
villager
there's a
is.
soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going?
Like, in a world of everyone having anime hair, wars raging on, he's just like a normal dude named Villager living with
Are you
his
crazy?
a
The
girl named
Imperial Army
Wife.
is there. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead.
My students are waiting for me.
Students? You really are crazy, aren't you? There aren't any kids anywhere near that place anymore. Unbelievable.
Do my units get power leveled in the 5 years?
5 years ago to the day. If things had continued on as they were, today would have been the Millennium Festival. Halt! Who's there? It can't be. Professor?
Hey, she's all grown
Really
up.
You? But I searched everywhere and never found a trace. My teacher. What have you been doing all this time? Where have you been?
I was dead or I was sleeping. I was basically dead.
Joking? At a time like this?
That's not
You
what I
do
meant.
realize it's been 5 years since you disappeared. Do you have any idea how guilty I felt? How broken my heart was? I searched high and low after you vanished. Although there was no proof, I somehow knew you were alive. All this time, I led everyone as best I could, and fought with all my heart. It's been a difficult path to walk alone.
So earlier she said that if we weren't there, she was gonna probably go crazy and be
Welcome
evil.
back, my teacher. I'm so happy.
Is
that
she
you're
crazy
safe.
and evil?
5 years. Such a short time, but it feels like an eternity ago. Do you still feel the way you did all those years ago?
Edelgard does have a heart.
You said then that you would fight at my side no matter how many enemies we should amass. As for me, my resolve has not faltered. I'm determined as ever to see this through to the end. I will defeat the false goddess. I will save this world from those creatures and give humanity its freedom back. So, my teacher, are you prepared to stand with me?
I am.
I thank you. Truly. Now then, I assume you understand the situation at hand, yes?
Not at all. I really was asleep all this time.
Another joke? Or are you telling the truth? I suppose you must be. In that case, I'll tell you all that has transpired as you slumbered these past 5 years. And that is
It's a
where we
brain
are
that
now.
she's lacking?
The war is at a stalemate.
No.
Dimitri is the new king of Fargus.
Like,
It's
what?
clear that
I'm
his
curious which
territory
path you
will
played or if you
continue to
played them
support
all,
the
but
church. Meanwhile, Claude's leadership has thrown the Alliance
The
into
church
chaos.
was like
He
actually
maintains
evil.
neutrality in their internal conflict. The situation has created a deadlock. We've been
And
awaiting
so,
an
like,
opportunity for our squadron to return to the monastery. With you in the fray,
hold on.
I believe the state of the war will shift immediately. The Church, as well as the Kingdom and the Alliance. The time has come to eliminate them all.
So, the way I see it is the church was evil, like exploring or torturing kids to death, trying to imbue them with crests, and all that horribleness. And so they needed to be taken down. And so she's like the unfortunate, like, evil that needs to happen. Nobody likes that person, but it's needed. At least that was my stance. Churches as well as the Kingdom and Alliance, it's time to come to eliminate them all. The Kingdom and the Alliance?
Although we were of different houses, we were companions who lived and learned together. Some of our ranks are hesitant to battle against them, and against the people of their homelands. However, knowing that you're alive is sure to raise their spirits. Good. Well then, I believe it's time for a little reunion. The Black Eagle Strike Force never lost faith. They knew you were alive and have been awaiting your return. Let's not keep them waiting any longer.
She is very pretty. Each unit has grown over the past 5 years. You should check their classes and weapons. Did it change? Jaritza will now work together with you? Oh, because he was the Death Knight?
Well now, that face is certainly familiar. I am glad to see you alive
Hubert,
and
I
well,
didn't think
Professor.
you could get even
Professor,
more emo.
It's me, Bernie. Do you remember me? I can't believe you're here.
I can't believe it. Is this a dream? Can we really be this lucky?
This is not dreaming. Our professor is with us again. Welcome to the back. I mean, welcome back.
He's like that
Our group
one
isn't the same
member in
without
every
you. I
K-pop
am
band.
overjoyed to see you again.
It's been so long. Seeing you again fills my heart with hope.
Great. Now everything will be easy. That's great you're safe, Professor. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
Quite the reunion, isn't it, Professor? Everyone's happy to see you.
Come on, Edelgard. You must be happier than all of us combined.
I will say Caspar looks a lot cooler.
She took it really hard when you disappeared, Professor.
Of course, we did our very best in your absence, and there was never a day that we doubted you would return to us.
Edelgard has been leading us as Emperor. But after you disappeared, it became apparent that you were her anchor. It gives me regret to be admitting this, but our power is not enough. The only one who can be meeting Edelgard's expectations is you, Professor.
Most impressive of all is your uncanny ability to bring a smile to everyone's face.
In the years since you vanished, we
I'm
have
trying
lost
to get it
many
so I don't
from our
lose
ranks.
anyone.
We all longed for your presence and your leadership, myself included.
It seems fitting to view this as a new beginning for the Black Eagle Strike Force. We already have our target.
Yes, we must eliminate the Alliance before moving on to fight the Kingdom and the Church. However, that doesn't necessarily mean we must occupy the entirety of the Alliance. House Regan stands against the Empire. Therefore, our target is Deirdre, the aquatic capital.
No, he
We
was
must
so cool.
cross the Aramid River, which separates the Empire and the Alliance. To do that, we must take the largest bridge across it. The Great Bridge of Myrden. Myrden connects the monastery and the Imperial capital to the east. It is the shortest route there.
An Alliance stronghold has been built at the Great Bridge. We'll take that and then head north. At the same
Yeah,
time, we must
Edelgard's
defeat
really
the one
tiny.
who defends it, Judith von Daphne. If we can also
But it
take
also might
control
be
of
Angle.
Daphne
I think she is
territory,
taller though.
it would be greatly beneficial to us. Prepare yourselves. The next battle will be a momentous one.
I think someone
Join
sent me
me,
a
my friends,
picture of
as
like
we
the
begin
heights
our
of
journey to
everyone,
bring
and
peace
Edelgard's
and
like the
solace
third
to this
shortest.
war-ravaged world.
The shortest being that white-haired lady from... I don't remember which house she was a part of. I think she's part of Lion House? Let's see if I can find it. Alright. This was the height of everyone. One second. Keep changing the sources on this. I don't know who's that over there, but yeah. I guess Edelgard's taller. I don't know about post time skip. You may be getting a job soon. Congrats. Alright, let me swap back over to Fire Emblem. You're curious to know how Petra is doing. Go for a visit? Yeah.
Professor?
It's very late.
Please take my apologies. I lost time while I was training. War is life and death. Training has great importance. I will keep training now. I hope your night is good.
I wonder if these are the same dialogues pre-time skip. You should get some rest. Well, a company was reaching out for me even though it wasn't a job. I preferred it really bad and as decent pay for first time. Oh, congrats.
I have to try with hardness. Training, studying, socializing. I will not always be having time to do
I don't like the green in her
the
style. If it was like a darker green, I think it would work really well, but the lime green is off. I like it better in the sprite image over there.
Why? Because the position of Bridget is weak. Fodlan and Dagda are big. Bridget is a small island in the middle of them. Bridget has great beauty, but little power. We will not survive unless we get more strength. I will lead Bridget, and so I have responsibility. I have to have more strength than anyone.
It doesn't have to be that way.
Having more strength than anyone might be impossible. But I have to give it my best try. I am an ally of everyone, and I have belonging with our squad.
I don't think you're an ally of everyone anymore.
You can always be
I think that went out the window when the world was plunged into a year-long war. Or a 5-year war.
Before that day, do not try stopping me from trying. And please, keep watching over me. With you, I can try with more hardness than I could alone.
Hey, we're at B support. Yeah, we'll participate in a hymn. We're just singing a hymn in a ruined church.
Person doesn't sing, will they?
I almost forgot how to sing.
Jaritza, you wouldn't happen to be a healer, would you? Like, just on off chance? Or a dancer? Yeah, let's visit up on Ferdinand.
Take that!
With his suave hair now. You're fighting more intensely than usual.
Yes, I am in a hurry. Edelgard claims victory
He
after
looks,
victory.
he's like such
She
a
never
different
stops.
person now.
5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg. Now, as the head of House Ire, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate.
I'm just picturing that Toad meme of, I am a dancer.
The disparity between Edelgard and myself
I do not
is
define movement. Movement
obvious.
defines me.
She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
That's not true. You grew long hair now.
But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities.
Yeah, that's because I
saw her
sunk a
as
bunch of
worthy
levels into her, and you're like 5
She did
levels
not
under
even
her.
see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Ire, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
But you have achieved results. I don't know what they are.
I appreciate your kind words, but you are wrong. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Yeah, I have your stats page. Alright. 5 years ago, when I left them, everyone's motivation was almost maxed out. Is that still the case? Oh, do we not have Monday seminars anymore? Now I have to choose? Alright. Chat. I've been streaming for almost 6 hours. I am going to call it here. I will be playing more of this on... at the latest Wednesday.